what I need to do now is sew this down. I need to do this by hand. And the reason I need to do this by hand is so that I have total control. Okay? Now I'm having control of my image. Okay, so I'm going to hide the knot by putting it in between those layers, because you know we don't want stupid looking knots all over the place. I'm going to overcast stitch this. So I'm trying to sew it into the seam allowance, but not all the way to the blouse, so that it doesn't show on the outside. Okay? Now, let me show you something about overcast stitching. I think I showed you this before. You can do 2 or 3 stitches in a row. Oh, there's thread all over the place.
Oh my God. Okay,
Okay, so I need everything here tucked up in there, which it is, to make sure it's clean and covered. I think you all saw when I cut the corners. I want these stitches to be even. They're about 1/4 inch wide.
You want those stitches? We can't use invisible ones.
You can.
I can?
If you know one, yeah.
Okay, good.
I know an invisible one. I'm not ready to teach that yet, so.
Okay.
So now, I'm turning the corner now. Again, seam allowance. I'm trying not to have stitches showing on the outside. I can also grab the stitches. See here, I'm just getting a little bit of the stitch.
So with this one here, are we just sewing under here? We're not sewing.
You're not
through
sewing
this
all the
one?
way through.
Okay.
Right. Because what I don't want is anything showing on this side.
Yeah. Cool.
I'm using the label, I'm using the stitches, I'm using the seam allowance, all those things to keep it from not being too visible. I want my stitches close together because I want them to be just as strong as if the machine had done it. So she can just throw this in the wash machine. Even though I put dry clean only. Yeah, if I dig into this too deep, then I got a big stitch you can see. Now I need to get some down to 1 string. I don't want to sew this with double string. It just gets thick. It's just one long seam. And like you said, Abby, when I do that, I'm not going on the other side. It's just this part.
Makes sense.
You know, you should have your own line then.
Oh. This is sewing it. It's not designing it.
Yeah.
That's a whole nother pile of work.
Dimension.
Yeah. Whole nother pile of work. And you got to be really good at that side.
The design.
It's because you have a cute idea. Doesn't make it marketable. You have to make stuff people want to buy. And then you have to make it well enough that they want to buy it. Okay, you see I'm knotting it now. There. So now that's done. Okay? And we turn over. You see nothing. Okay?